Imani, and welcome.
Hi, Marcus.
So I hope your ride here was all right, and you didn't have any trouble finding the building or anything.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, that's great. Most of the time people are have trouble finding the building, so it's great that you found it. All right. How'd you hear about our services?
It was actually one of the services recommended to me by the court,
Okay.
so I just wanted to.
Well, that's great. So with me right here is your file, which gives me a little background on what's going on with you right now.
Okay.
And since this is your first time meeting here, I just want to go over what today will look like.
Mhm.
So first off, we'll listen to your story, and then we'll put everything together. Hopefully, we'll meet again. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay, that's great. So before you met me today, you received a confidentiality form, and I'm hoping to go over that before we start today. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So everything you say to me today is kept completely confidential. I just have to let you know, though, if you tell me something where I feel that you're at risk to you yourself or your surroundings, I will have to let somebody know to make sure you get the right help. Is that all right?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So let's begin. Tell me about yourself. How old are you? Do you go to school?
I'm 17, and right now I don't go to school. No.
Not enrolled in school? Do you maybe hope to start school sometime soon? What would you like to do when you're older?
I do hope to start it soon. I'm not ready for it right now, but maybe one day soon. And I'm not really sure what I want to be when I'm older.
Well, what are your interests? What do you like to do in your free time?
On my free time, I like to watch TV, talk with the other residents at the lodge, talk about girls, sports. Yeah,
Oh, that's great. So you like sports. Maybe you like to be an athlete one day?
yeah, maybe. I like sports. So,
That's great. It's great that you have hobbies and stuff to do in your free time. Since this is our first session, what would you like to make your first goal? It can be anything from starting school, finding a new hobby, spending time with family, or anything you'd like.
um, I'm not really sure specifically, but just as a whole, by the end, I hope to just turn my life around in a way because I'm not, I don't like my past,
Mhm.
and I want to be a better person.
Well, I honestly commend you on that because there's a lot of people that are going in and out through the system right now, and they don't really see a change in themselves. They just stay on the path that they're going right now. So I really commend you on the fact that you do want to change and you're willing to change.
Thanks.
So do you have anyone to help you with your goals, such as family or friends?
I have my aunt and my brother.
And what's your aunt and brother's name?
My brother's name is Phoebus, and my aunt is Matilde.
Okay, that's great. So you have your aunt and brother. I just want you to let you know that having people on the outside is great and can benefit you in many ways.
Oh,
Do you have a part-time job?
part-time job? No, not right now.
So are you looking for anything at the moment?
Not really. I'm just kind of helping around at the lodge.
Okay, that's great. So you help around with at the residence. What kind of things do you do?
I help the staff
Oh,
with like chores, and
okay.
I ask them if they need help with anything, cleaning, cooking. I like to cook, dinner, help them cook dinner.
That's great. What
So,
things do you like to cook?
Spaghetti, lasagna, mainly just pasta, Italian foods, pizza night,
Okay.
Friday nights.
So you have a good relationship with the staff.
I do. I try to.
Mhm.
They're nice to me, so I'm nice back. Not many problems with the staff. I like the staff.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
How is your relationship with the residents?
Um, they're good. They're good guys.
Mhm.
It's pretty good, but sometimes there's the occasional incident, or they piss me off or something.
Yeah. How does that make you feel when they get you mad or annoyed?
It doesn't feel good. I get angry. Like for example, there's this one time it happened not too long ago where we have an entertainment room, and one of the guys in there, I think his name is Philip. I know he was in there for at least an hour watching TV. So I came into the room. I asked him nicely if he could change the channel for me so I could watch something else, and he said no. So I was like, why not? Can you please change it? I asked nicely. I was being nice, and he kept saying no. So I warned him. I told him if you're not going to change the channel, then I'm going to take the remote from you and change the channel myself. So he said, okay, come try it, come do it. And I mean, it pissed me off. I went from like here to here, and I just grabbed the remote from him, and then we started yelling and swearing at each other, and got a little physical before the staff came and pulled us apart, sent us to our rooms.
Well, I can understand how that can be frustrating for you since there's so many people living in the house, and sometimes you just want your little own space to yourself to like watch TV or something.
Yeah.
And he was in the room for a pretty long time, so I can understand why it's kind of
exactly.
ticking you off there.
Yeah.
As I'm speaking to you, you don't seem very hostile or like you're violent, like your file says. Why is that?
Well, I like to think of myself as just a nice guy, a normal guy. I mean, it's really just the people that piss me off, they get me angry. It's not my fault. And yeah, it's just rough life. Grew up with the wrong people. Yeah, I don't know. I get pissed off fast.
Oh, do you do anything to control your anger, like maybe step away or count down?
I try, but it doesn't really work. What happens is I just usually end up giving into my anger, which I know isn't good, but it's hard for me to control my anger. I just kind of, get angry and I take it further. It's not really backing out, so I guess that's not good.
So from what I'm understanding, you're a very calm, like, man, You're only really aggravated or violent when you're ticked off, and I can understand why.
Yeah.
So when you lived with your brother Phoebus, did you ever have problems controlling your anger?
A few times, yeah, because he's a really good student, like a straight A student. So sometimes, a lot of times, he would rub his grades in, and he would just kind of piss me off with it. He would brag a lot about his grades and make fun of me. He would call me the evil twin because we're twins, and it would just piss me off a lot. And I would just hit him, and my aunt would stop us because she was there. Sometimes.
Well, that's hard for you. I can understand that.
I don't like it.
When you have a sibling that does have a stronger suit in something else and they rub it in your face, it does get hard for you. So you said it's your aunt that would control the situations?
Yeah, she was, I guess you could say, the authority figure in the house, the supervisor of sorts. So.
Okay, so where's the rest of your family right now? Do you know?
I actually don't know my dad, and my mom left when I was a baby.
Okay. So maybe does not knowing your family contribute to the anger problems, do you think?
Maybe. I haven't really thought about that. Yeah, now that I think about it, a lot of times when I get really pissed really fast and go on just start raging and hitting people or swearing, just losing my temper really fast. It usually is those times because I think about my parents. Like think about where are they? Who's my dad? Why did my mom leave? So maybe relates.
Yeah. So, sometimes in different situations, crime mentality is just a part of your environment. Do you know if anyone in your family has been involved in the criminal justice system?
I don't know. Don't think so, because I know my brother Phoebus definitely isn't, because he's just a good kid. No criminal history, just straight A student. My aunt, I'm not too sure of. She hasn't really talked much about her past. She just kind of pretty much raised me. She's a good woman. And like I said, I don't really know. I didn't really know my parents, so I'm not sure if they had a criminal history.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, on your file, it says your charges, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of what you've been going. So I'm pretty sure what you've been going through. Talk to me about how you feel about being involved in the system at such a young age.
It's not. I don't like it. I didn't like it. It wasn't, fully my choice to be there. I just kind of grew up in it, with my friends. Those are my friends. They were like family to me, right? And they were older, and I just kind of, they're like my big brothers almost. And, yeah, we would just hang out and do stuff, and I don't know.
Does it frustrate you that your brother's getting good grades and you're in and out of different facilities?
It does, kind of, yeah. Before it didn't, but now that I think about it, I'm kind of jealous because, I mean, it seems like he has like this calm, nice, peaceful life or something, going to school, getting good grades, the teachers like him, and with me it's like constantly like moving around, and seeing like cops everywhere I go, right, transporting me here and there, the court, and it's kind of scary. I don't like it that much.
I just want to remind you, though, you are twins. Not all twins are the same, so you're gonna have to be different at some time. So yeah,
we're different.
we're different. Different. Yeah. Okay. So how long have you been involved in the system?
For a while now, I guess like 5 years.
5 years.
Since I was 12, I think.
Well, that's a pretty long time. Do you think maybe that's like where you belong? And I mean that since you've been there for a very long time, do you think this is just you?
No, I don't want this to be me. I don't like this. I just want to change.
Okay.
Be something else.
Again, I want to commend you on the fact that you do want to change. It's a really good thing to have about you.
Thanks. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So take me through what would you do on a regular day?
At the lodge, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I wake up, wash my face, brush my teeth, eat breakfast, and then I just kind of. Well, the other residents they go to work part time, or they go to school. And for me, I'm kind of not doing either. And the staff have been like suggesting to me and encouraging that I do either one. And I told them I would, and I will. I want to. But for now, I'm just still kind of getting used to the residents. And I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm waiting for something. For some sort of motivation or something to do that.
Maybe I want to kind of recommend you to like job workshops or something that can help you out and see what you're looking for.
Oh, okay.
But getting used to different schedules, is that hard for you?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was hard for everyone, really. Change isn't easy, You get used to something and you don't want to change, but I think that's part of life, change and adapting to new things, learning new things. So, I mean, yeah, it's hard, and a lot of times I didn't want to go to new places, new facilities. I didn't want to change, but it just happened.
So
some things you can't control.
So from what I'm understanding, you're very adaptive to change. You're okay with it, but at first you're just not used to it yet. You just want to get used to it.
I guess I'm used to change now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm changing a lot of things. So.
The first time you were pretty young. How did that make you feel to be in the back of a cop car or something? How did you feel?
To be honest, I was really scared. I feel like I didn't know at the time, but now I know. I think that kids shouldn't have to, go through that.
Yeah.
Kids should be, playing catch with their dad, getting encouragement, going to school, doing fun kid things. But here I was, 12, in the back of a cop car, and it was just frightening. It was really scary, seeing all these, authority figures. So scary.
Do you feel like maybe since you were such a young age at 12 that you feel angry as well that you're missing out on your childhood? So maybe does your anger come from that as well?
Maybe. I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about that. I don't know.
Talk to me about what was going through your mind when you were committing your breaking and entering crime.
Breaking and entering? That wasn't really up to me. It wasn't really my choice. I didn't want to do that, actually. To be honest, it was mainly because of my friends. Like I said, we were like family. I was with them a lot of the time. I was actually with them more than I was at home. And they kind of told me to do it. I mean, I looked up to them. They were like my older brothers, and they're like, come on, we have to break into this guy's house. We have to steal stuff. And I was like, what do you mean? I don't know who this guy is. What his house is. And they just told me to do it, and they kind of they kept telling me to do it, so I did it.
Well, that's not good to hear. So, from what I'm hearing, peer pressure is a huge influence in your criminal life. Are there other crimes you've committed because of peer pressure as well?
Um, now that I think about it, yeah, actually, yeah, like um, possession and theft, breaking and entering, all that. That was because they told me to and stuff. They gave it to me, you know. Here, hold on to these drugs for me. Steal this, steal that, break into that. And I just kind of did it because we were all together and we were having fun. I don't know. It was scary. But so I guess those were peer pressure. I guess. But assault, I think, wasn't. I think that was just me because, like I said, people do things that piss me off really fast, and I get angry, and I want to like hit them. So I guess that was me. But yeah, the other one's peer pressure, probably.
Oh. Your anger is pretty common for someone your age. You know, you're a 12-year-old boy in the system. I think everyone can understand why you have like you're very mad sometimes. So don't try not to worry about that. So I can understand what makes you angry. Is there anything else that contributes to your anger? Maybe like relationship wise, family, anything like that?
I'm not sure. I mean, relationships. I mean, I don't have a girlfriend or anything. My brother, like I said, my relationship with my brother, he pisses me off a lot because he's always rubbing his grades in, and then some of the residents, they piss me off. I don't really know.
So I feel like we've started off well with this session, and then you opened up a lot to me, and I've got to understand a lot about you. I hope we can continue this session until we can reach our goals, and I also hope that we can always feel comfortable talking to me. Lastly, I just want to touch again on the fact that you have so many support systems such as your aunt and your brother and the staff at the lodge. So continue to use those sources to help you. Next week, we'll continue to talk about the goals and what we can do to accomplish them. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, Marcus, it was nice meeting you, and I hope to see you again soon.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks.
Okay.